see that back there? Shoot, kitty. Shoot, kitty. I didn't know you liked the Delphonics. And Metallica? Goodness gracious, kitty. You got quite the taste. Shoot, kitty. I didn't know you liked Elliott Smith. Red. Can't beat radio. Monday, May 4th. Brandenburg concerts, Bob. So in Michael Mann's Thief, what's also cool about it, now there's also a video game. It's a PC game called Thief. It's a really good video game. Why they haven't developed it into PS3 or PS4 or PS5 or even other game systems, I don't know, but it's one of my favorite PC games. It's with a female though. But anyway, with the movie Thief, which is Michael Mann, they show kind of how he does it. And so he only scores diamonds or cash. It's mostly diamonds that he's interested in. And so he goes through James Caan's character. They call him Sonny in it, but he has another name in it. Frank, I think, is his name. And he has this, it's like a drill that he drills into the actual safe. It takes like a while to do. And he basically is able to knock it out. The whole movie starts off in the rain. Very much like Blade Runner, if you've seen Blade Runner with Harrison Ford, which Harrison Ford's Blade Runner starts off in the rain as well. That's Ridley Scott. Michael Mann starts it off in the rain with James Caan. It says raining outside. It has a very similar kind of beginning, but it's not, sci-fi, but it has a feel of the rain. It makes kind of a feeling. You can hear the rain and things like that. But anyway, he gets in the safe, scores the diamonds, and from there he sells it to a powerful man that's a crime boss guy. He hires him on to do other gigs for him, buys him a house, buys him a car, helps him get this woman. Well, she kind of falls for him anyway. And then he even gets him a kid, a son. He hands him an adopted son. It's crazy. You got to see it. Then in the end, he gets revenge. He goes independent completely and kills all of them and drops the woman and has the woman run off with the son. because he scares Frank's character. He scares him. He scares the crap out of him, telling him that he'll hurt his wife and all this stuff. So he wants her to leave, and she leaves, and then he seeks revenge. It's very Western. It's very much like a neo-Western, but it's kind of an interesting thing what Michael Mann is talking about, because later on Michael Mann would take on Manhunter in 1986, and then eventually Michael Mann would get bigger gigs that lead to Heat, which is Robert De Niro's thing, and now they're remaking Heat. Al Pacino and Robert De Niro play opposing characters in Heat. Now they're doing another version of Heat. I believe Christian Bale's behind some of it too, and so is De Niro and a bunch of others. It's interesting what Michael Mann is trying to say about heist movies and thief, and he's commenting on law and the order of law. Okay, so basically Frank in the 1981 Thief, Michael Mann, he basically is saying that he was once a petty thief, but he had so much trouble in prison, and he had so much trouble by the time he got out. He says, well, you want to see a thief? I'll show you one in a way to society. And he became a thief that stole probably billions in diamonds, or close to that, a lot of diamonds. You got to see it. James Belushi's in it too. He's the brother. I'm sorry, Jim. Is it Jim Belushi? There's James Belushi. Yeah, there's James Belushi. James Belushi is the brother of John Belushi. He's in it, and he's pretty good. He's played some cops and stuff, but he plays his sidekick. He gets killed in it. He gets killed by some of the crime syndicates and the dirty cops that are working for the crime boss for money to prevent the score, or to basically intercept the score, to control the score, to control the money, basically. And so, anyway, there's the final sequence is really cool. I don't mean to give a spoiler, but from one of the master blacksmiths, you could say, or whatever, he finds a way to heat up this device with a welder stick, basically, and push it through this huge vault, and basically cut his way into this vault, which he talks about doing. And then he goes in and he gets tons of diamonds. They have to tamper with the phone lines and basically the alarm system. They have to find a way to rig it, but they have to find the alarm. And back then, alarm was only set at like 20 volts or so. So it didn't go through the currency the same as a phone line would. So you could tell the difference between a phone line and alarm currency. They knew which lines to cut because they all look the same. They're disguised the same. If you're going to cut all the lines, they would find out because they wouldn't have a phone line going into the bank. Which, is somewhat, wouldn't happen today, but it's somewhat, they have what's called indoor cameras today, which are impossible to overthrow unless you have an inside man. And that's in Ocean's 11, if you've seen Ocean's 11. Yeah, the inside cameras are virtually impossible to overthrow. It can be done with inside work. But anyway, Thief is 1981. It's James Caan's the star, and he's no longer with us. But Michael Mann, I believe, is. Michael Mann's the director, and there's a whole crew in it. The music's great in it. I'm a big Michael Mann fan now that I didn't know that I was. I did like Heat. But I do like Thief better, and his early stuff like Manhunter and stuff like that. I like that stuff better than Heat. Heat is very... it's kind of violent and very kind of real. It kind of hits you in a hard way. I'm not downing Heat, but I like his other stuff better. This is my opinion, But I do think Heat hit his climax. That was like his big movie that he ended up doing with De Niro. I remember it happening right out of college. I was right in college when it came out, and there was the big scene between Robert De Niro and Al Pacino, and they talked about how difficult that all that stuff was and everything, you know, to shoot the scene and stuff like that, because them being competitive actors. But I thought they did a good job in Heat. But ultimately, I'd recommend Thief, though, with James Caan, and I think they probably would too, because it's an amazing film. Yeah, so the cast also in Thief is cool. It's James Caan. Tuesday Weld plays the love interest. There's Robert Prosky, who died in 2008. James Caan's passed away too. And there's Willie Nelson, Willie Nelson's still around. He's 93. He's in it too. He does pretty good. He's pretty believable in the eyes. Willie has very believable eyes. And ultimately, it didn't have any problems with the acting at all. It just seemed like a really all-around really good movie. I didn't realize I was going to enjoy it so much because I only saw the ending of it. So I ended up watching, you know, the whole thing and liked it. What is that? I've never seen that before. Yeah, wow. Come on, boys. We're going to go boat fishing. We're going to go fishing for catfish. As soon as I get the engine put back in. And did they choose to get, yes, they did choose to get solar. We got solar and barbecue. A little too hefty to be chefs. Yeah, some barbecue and a red 4x4. Ooh, there's a smoke pit, boss. And here they are. We left them a mower. That's a possible rent house right there. It would sound like this. Riding low mower next to garage. Driveway empty. Grass tall. No cars. Not moved in yet. Protesting against hula dancers. Now, one thing Daniel could talk about too, he talks about how the blue covers the red, and he has a weird kind of theory about the cop car lights. Well, I've heard that your blood is actually blue, and it has to be cut or be exposed to the air to turn to red. So that might be something he might say. as well as the blue covers the red. Blue being sadness covers the red, which is the blood of the Lamb. He might say something like that too. And I'm talking about Daniel Kopex, one of the evil villains in the novel Rib or Parentheses Dog Night Out, close parentheses dash Shepherds of Alaska. Daniel Kopex is the character I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm still kind of a Woovian. Okay. Okay. It's a protein latte. With protein. And then this is basically what this is. It's like an egg sandwich with spinach. It's got pesto and egg, and so it's egg, pesto, and mozzarella. Let's see, yummy. This breakfast sandwich at Starbucks gave me the worst gas. It was very painful gas. Just wanted to let everybody know. All right, please subscribe.